Welcome, Golfcast Nation. We're here to do another $100 challenge. I don't know how I keep bringing people and they drink for free with me. I gotta figure out a better way of doing this.
I need to hang out
I
with
think
him.
it works. I think it works.
Bo Hammond is here with me. You know the rules. Cocktail, pour, $100 between us. Now, if you can keep the price down, you get bonus points for the money left over. So you don't have to go to the $100 value. No, but again, I know with distilleries, your line is limited to what you carry. So that piece, but again, you got to come up with a cocktail for us, find the bourbon that matches us the best, and then we'll rank you and compare you to all the other bars that we have done this over the world and distilleries. And so, without further ado, let's get started. You want to start a cocktail or pour first?
Let's go with a pour.
Okay.
Do we prefer spicy or sweet?
I'm spice.
You like spice?
I would say I'm more sweet.
You're more sweet? I'm more sweet too. And then...
I meant liquor. Is that what you were talking about?
Yeah. At least for today. And then, do y'all normally like high proof or low proof?
I like a whiskey that'll fight.
Oh, okay. So you like cask strength.
I like a whiskey that has a little fight.
I can float.
Oh, okay.
I can float between.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right, and do you normally like rye, or do you like more weeded bourbons?
I like the green of rye very, very much.
I have to say, ryes are growing on me more and more.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
All right.
How's that for me?
That is.
Uh-huh.
So what have you been up to, bud?
Me?
Yeah, man. Any travels?
Married a daughter.
You married your daughter. Well, that's in West Virginia.
West Virginia.
We don't do that in Virginia.
No, they just married themselves.
Yes. So your daughter got married.
Yeah, she did. She did it on the family farm. It was a beautiful weekend.
Nice.
Last weekend, yeah.
Can you
Another
believe it?
progression of life. You know what that means, though?
What's
I
that?
mean, that's why we had gray hairs like you do.
Oh, I thought this means that our suit becomes a funeral suit now.
Well, it could be too. It was a black suit with a black tie. It could
Yeah,
go
that's
both
right.
ways.
Well, suits have their progression in life. Actually, we'll have
Buy one good black one and just use it all the way through.
We'll have one more progression.
If it still fits.
We have one more
That's
wedding
the problem.
progression, and then there'll be funeral progressions. Sorry, a little dark. All right.
Do
A
you
little
like
dark.
dark?
That's all right.
The darker the better, right?
All right. So what do we have here?
So you each have your own flavor
Oh, wow.
profile.
Okay.
All right.
In front of you is the small batch. It's the blend intended for barrels.
All right.
My flavor profile, you get more spicy notes, more smoky, woodsy flavors, and now you get more of that rye flavor. In front of you, you have the single barrel at 100 proof.
Okay.
I get more sweeter notes, vanilla and
okay.
butterscotch.
That's a little different than we would think.
Yeah. We'll find out. What do you think?
It's warm. So mine has it has kind of what we would describe. You were describing with Charlie a little bit more a little bit more punch than I thought, but I like it. It's not harsh at all for me.
Right.
And it does settle into a really nice, smoother finish with a little bit of sweeter stuff to the back. Yeah. For sure. But you can, I think too, I'm getting the stronger proof.
Yeah.
At the front end.
You're getting a little bit of proof. So this to me is very smooth, very friendly. Get the spice up front, definitely. I definitely can pull oak out of it. Again, at 5, 6 years old, I'm actually pulling oak, which is nice. And then it definitely has that sweet finish. It's kind of very nice, very friendly.
Is that easy?
Yeah, very, like, this one would get you in trouble. This one drinks just...
I cheated before this thing.
You
sample
cheated.
a little bit of that.
You shouldn't have cheated.
I know.
You're never going to be allowed
I
on one of
didn't
these.
investigate.
You're not going to be allowed on any of these shows ever again. Cheaters.
I don't like the edits.
That's true. I can edit all that out. No, I think this is very, very good. So what is your favorite?
So my favorite is the single barrel,
Okay.
but I prefer sweeter notes. It is definitely more spirit forward,
Mm-hmm.
but you get more of that vanilla flavor, which is what I prefer.
It lands a lot softer. There's
Exactly.
nothing harsh at the back end at all. It really settles really smooth
Right.
and soft.
And a lot of 100 proofs too will linger very long in the mouth, but ours goes down very easily. It
I
doesn't.
think it's 100% true. That front forward goes away pretty quick and just settles. I like it. Yeah, very good. I'm glad you chose it.
Now you got them both.
I've had both.
Now you have them both.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So cocktail-wise.
Cocktails. Do we like sweet cocktails? Or do you still want to taste the flavors of the bourbon in the cocktail?
So I'm going to tell you, this is going to be a challenge for me on the cocktail.
Okay.
I am not a cocktail guy.
Okay, perfect.
I like that. And that's typically, if I'm gonna sit and have a drink, it's gonna be something like this. Even at a bar, I'm gonna have them pour me a neat pour of, even if it's crappy.
Yeah.
Just because I don't tend to like all the sweetness behind it and everything else, and the syrups and everything that can come with some of that. So
Okay.
just giving you that challenge up front.
All right, I like it.
I like whiskey forward. So I like whiskey being the star, and then all the ingredients are like bringing out maybe notes inside the whiskey, not hiding, but more supporting and elevating.
Complimenting it.
Mm-hmm. And I don't mind smoke.
Okay.
Ooh, there you go.
You like smoky?
I don't mind smoke.
Did you see a smoker back there somewhere, Brian?
Right here.
Oh, yeah.
Sit right by the All
It's the
right.
obvious things I'm
But definitely, I don't like sweet. That is, you'll
Sweet's
lose
a no-go.
you'll lose me on sweet.
All
I don't know
right.
what the sweet. Yeah, see, challenge. It's a
Yeah,
challenge
it is
for
a
a cocktail to
challenge,
go
but
to
I'm
sweet.
up for it.
Cheers, senor. So your daughter's married now. Where are they staying in the state, or are they moving?
So believe it or not, she's married to a Marine first lieutenant stationed at Camp Pendleton. He's got a 3-year gig now. He's most likely going to be up.
Okay.
And so they road trip with her 2017 Subaru Outback.
You made it?
That car out there, and they did arrive last night.
And they're still married?
They are still married.
And they're talking to each other.
We
Maybe.
had a brisket sandwich at Buc-ee's on the way out from
Okay.
Tennessee, so but
Buc-ee's.
they made it through that. So that's really the challenge.
If you haven't been to a Buc-ee's, you gotta go to a Buc-ee's at
Gotta
least
go to
once.
Buc-ee's, get the brisket sandwich. Just
Yeah.
not when you're locked in the car with your new wife.
No,
Yeah.
my
No,
daughter and
they
I,
made it.
my daughter and I went to Nashville a few months ago, and there was a Buc-ee's right there, so we had to stop at Buc-ee's. I've been to them in Texas, and it's just
So there's
obnoxious.
apparently a convenience store chain up north, because his family's kind of from upstate New York,
Yeah.
not New York City, up to the western side, called Stewart's.
Okay.
Never heard of it, whatever.
Yeah.
She really loved it. It's kind of like that restaurant and
Yeah.
convenience store thing. So she comes back with all the Stewart's plates. So then we're telling her she's heading that way. And he's been to a Buc-ee's before. I said, you got some Buc-ee's. They're just amazing. I said, they're decadent, they're happy, or whatever you want to call it. But you just got to stop.
Yeah.
She's got this highfalutin flair on Stewart's is a better convenience store mega place than the Buc-ee's is, so she's struggling. I tried to get her to buy the Buc-ee's t-shirt.
You gotta buy a Buc-ee's t-shirt.
They are marvels of our modern U.S. society.
That's right. No, Buc-ee's it's an interesting establishment. But
Yeah.
no, it's cool. But have you been in any travels? I know you travel a lot with work. Or?
Yeah, so where have I been? I did a pretty weird stint. Started in Jackson, Mississippi, ended up in Chattanooga, Tennessee, and then Minneapolis, Minnesota all in 1 year. That was kind of interesting. And it was all during Helene coming in through western North Carolina, so I was pretty sure I wasn't going to get home, but I did. So.
That was a heck of a tour.
Oh, God. I don't know, you traveled a good bit too through that part of western North Carolina with your history, but that picture of 40, you had to have been over that stretch of 40 many times. That picture with the trucks right there on the
Yeah.
edge of the broken out eastbound Route 40. Oh my God, that was crazy.
I lived in Hickory, North Carolina for 4 years. Went to Asheville a lot.
Yeah, right.
And that town
We were supposed to have a business meeting based out of Greensboro, and then the guy was going to go down through that area and spend a week as a vacation with his family in Asheville and had to cancel. I was like, well, can't do that.
Yeah, I can't.
Can't do that.
No, it's crazy. Like I couldn't believe that. We have a family friend that's he's the not principal, but the president or whatever they call for a small Christian school there, and he said 36 inches of rain. 36
And
inches.
somebody that lives there, I heard, you're either up or you're down. And if you're down, screwed. But if you're up, everything walks away from you, so you're kind of screwed too.
Yeah.
Both ways.
Valley.
Absolutely.
Ooh, look at that.
All right.
Look at that.
See that? I have to admit that looks really
I
good.
know. The
Look
best
at
thing
that.
about bartending is about presentation.
I know. I did
It's a
a
reaction.
fine.
That's
This
completely-
is a nice looking drink too, but I have to say the little cloud hanging on top is pretty freaking phenomenal.
All right, so give us an idea of what we got here.
All right, so in front of you, you have the smoked maple old fashioned. So it's still going to be spirit forward, but you're getting a little bit of that sweetness from the maple syrup. And then to complement it all, of course, the smoke.
Yeah.
So it's like sitting in front of a campfire.
Okay.
And then in front of you is your traditional perfect old fashioned.
What bitters do you use? I'm getting lots of orange.
So for the maple old fashioned, we do use orange bitters.
Okay, I'm pulling so much orange right now. Very
Yes,
good.
and then for our perfect old fashioned, we use orange and aromatic bitters.
That is so whiskey forward. I love it. That's perfect. Just the slightest hint on the back end of some of the bitters that you can taste. I really love the fact it's got such a bourbon taste.
No.
That's actually really good.
Old fashions are
Perfect old fashioned.
Perfect old
fashioned.
Perfect old fashioned.
No, very good.
Yeah, for me, citrus definitely pulls a lot of notes out of bourbon. So I love traditional old fashions for that reason too.
It's a nice flavor. Like I said, I'm not a big cocktail guy. I'll go with it neat 90% of the time. So this is
I like it.
new.
I like a good
opening the eyes.
That's right, new
Old
horizons.
fashions are very good.
Mm-hmm.
Sazeracs are very good.
Sazeracs, okay.
Yeah.
I'm more of I've told him before when we've done these conversations, I like everything's bold for me for some reason, like coffee beers.
Yeah.
Really, really black coffee, like robust black coffee, chew it, dark wine, when I have a steak, it has to be like a Merlot, real oaky type flavors.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of, I think, why I gravitate to bourbon. It's why I don't so much dig a lot of sugars and stuff.
You like to appreciate it for what it is.
I do. I think that's what it is. Absolutely.
Last night I made a cocktail, made a simple syrup. It was maple syrup, brown sugar, water, of course, and I put pecans in it and boiled it.
Okay.
So I got the nuttiness from the pecans, and then I made an old fashioned with it, and it was really nutty, pecan-y, but the bourbon just like ran through it the whole time. So there's a lot of fun you can do inside of cocktails. So you can take, like I said, the old fashioned and just manipulate the simple syrup or change the bitter. And you can trade it. I have a sassafras bitter that I love. It's like root beer. You put it inside of old fashioned, and it just plays havoc. So it's fun. Very good. I really enjoyed mine.
Good.
It's very good. I like citrus. I like orange. So you didn't even ask about citrus, but you nailed it. You nailed it.
Good.
So yeah. So do you have 2 pens? Because I forgot to bring pens. We need to go ahead and score y'all real quick. Sorry, I had to go.
Do I need to bring you a receipt?
Yes.
Ooh.
Or you can tell me the
No
price.
freebies here.
No freebies. No freebies.
Tell them about the cherries.
Oh, the Luxardo cherries.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because it caught my eye, but
Best cherries in the world.
Okay.
They are maraschino cherries that are soaked in brandy. They are an Italian delicacy, but they are the traditional cherries that you would put in an old fashioned.
Huh.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's interesting. All right.
Very good.
Did we get a price? Because they get bonus points.
Well, that's at the end. But
Oh.
so basically, I'll walk you through this real quick.
Yeah.
So flavor match. How well did she pick the spirit or the cocktail? 1 is a lost ball.
Yeah.
About as you can ask. 5 is a hole in one. It doesn't get much better. 3 would be a par.
Yeah.
And then so the first group you magnify by 5. So if you give them a 5, it'd be 25. Yeah. And then the next group is presentation and
3 times. I see.
yeah, so 3 times, same ranking, and then the last one's balance.
Hey, listen, I appreciate that you're my age. So from now on, when you do this,
Give me my readers.
you need to increase the font size.
I had to fit it on one page.
For God's sakes. I mean,
I had
come
to
on,
fit
we're
it on
not
one page.
20 years old anymore.
5 is at the bottom,
God.
1 is at the top.
My
Just do
goodness.
this. Here, ready? Does that help?
My goodness.
Does that help right there?
Trying to save space, you can go to a second page.
Stop. Such a whiner.
All right. So we're thinking of these.
So you do.
Oh, no,
So,
cocktail.
yeah, the cocktail up top, and then you have
I
the
got
pour
you.
at the bottom.
I'm sorry, I didn't see. I couldn't see it.
Oh, stealing. So they're getting extra money, so they're getting 43 extra points.
Nice. Look at you. A value and a taste.
That's right.
43 plus
girl.
points.
I'm not here to rob you.
No. The funny part is I did JH Bars, which is in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
And he did our tasting as a sample.
Okay.
So he's like, no one's ever going to beat me because there was no charge on the, so then it was just a cocktail. He's like, I'm gaming the system. I go, you kind of,
Smart.
so what I had to do is I had to
You
spin
went
off
ahead.
distillers separate than bars because of that. So yeah, he totally, second time out, totally gamed my
Smart
entire
man.
system.
I like it.
I tried to outfox him and he beat me. Very funny. Definitely wasn't a tech rat. No, he was. He actually was. Cocktail. creativity presentation with the smoke on top.
See, the poor presentation is kind of, that's a tough one. They all kind of do really great.
Sometimes you get a glass, it's a little dirty.
All right, well, they did that. I like the glass
sometimes
below.
you get,
All right, well,
yeah, no.
I got you. All right, there we go. Okay.
2 times that. Flavor match.
So the value added to it means, so they get 30 extra points? Is that what you said?
43 extra points.
43 here. Okay.
Yeah, and then
And then obviously the 5
and
us, and that's up to 10.
That's up to 10 points. Woo! That was a big one.
I do like it. That was good. Enjoy it. Wow. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
Success. So the bold flavor thing, Charlie, I'll throw you a bone here. So when you've had to drink, what do we call it when you're in the field and they basically scrape the water out of the bottom of the creek and just put it in the pot, heat it up, it's slightly light brown from the right there, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have to start, then you start to lean towards appreciate. I think it tamed me of lack of flavor, so now everything I want is flavorful, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get so used to some of that bland army cookings and everything that, now you
It's got to suit everybody, so it just sucks in general.
That's why everybody fights over the jalapeno and cheese,
That's exactly right.
Cheese sprinkle.
All right, without further ado, we'll go ahead and Bo came up with 144. He really liked his pour. The pour was the biggest winner. Makes sense because he said he's not a cocktail guy. And mine was actually on the cocktail side. Cocktail was my biggest winner, and I was at 134. So really good numbers.
You got huge bonus points for the
Huge
value.
bonus points.
And
The
just
value really,
Yeah,
that's
you
going
got
to,
tens on both sides.
Jay's bars outfoxed you a hair, but you're going to be in the ballpark. But it's fun, and like I said, we'll share this with you, and we'll share all the content. And thank you for spending time with us today.
Absolutely, thank you.
And thank you for sharing your bourbon, your story. And again, if you're in the Foothills, you better show up. Virginia Foothills Distillery. Thank you.